Meet Eliv, a 24-year-old who's nicknamed the King of E30s. He has over 90 E30s during his lifetime. He bought his first one when he was only 13 in high school, and he's parted them out for years, selling the parts to make money in order to buy some other really cool cars. However, that's not how he makes the majority of his money. So stick around if you want to find out how he affords all these cars. I hope you enjoy this video and sit back and relax. We are currently pulling up to my friend Eliv's house, E30 bro, E30 dude on Instagram. He has a big collection of BMWs, Porsches, a few Porsches, 997, GT3, some other cars. We're about to find out how he made his money, get a tour of his collection, and just learn a bit about who he is. I've never met him before. What's up?
What's going on?
Nice to meet you finally, like in real life.
That's good.
Dang, so this your daily driver?
Wife's daily driver.
Oh, it's your wife's car.
Well, I gave it to her.
Okay.
What's going on, yo?
And then you have a whole fleet in here. Oh my goodness.
We're missing a bunch of cars right now, but...
What, they're getting worked on, getting improved?
Some secret stuff.
You haven't driven any of them?
Well, I just drove that one in Mecco, and then this one I haven't driven in like a month because it has bald tires on it. When I doing a giveaway, it's gonna be like you can either choose this one or you can choose the one I gave my wife.
Oh, so the silver one or the blue one?
Yeah, and since the silver one is automatic and this one's manual,
yeah,
then like it'll be cool if like somebody that can drive a manual, they can get the automatic one.
I love the white wheels. Like white wheels on any car just make it so much better.
As you can tell, it's kind of my thing going.
Yeah, you got the white wheels.
That's the iconic Supreme E30 that like has been like on Hypebeast. It was in the Supreme store for some time as well. And I don't know. One day I just got bored and I just started taking off the wrap, which I haven't finished taking off.
Like that one and this one are probably your two most famous cars.
It was like, yeah, this one was actually probably one of the more famous ones. And then the pink one, when it was like light pink. Yeah. My wife wanted the Ruby Star color. So
yeah, let's look at this. So this is a 997.1?
Yeah.
997.1 Carrera?
Exactly. And I just did like a bunch of crazy stuff to it. And somebody wants to buy it this week actually. This car was my first Porsche I ever bought.
So this one, how much did it cost you when you bought it?
I bought this car for $39,000 when I was 19.
You got this at 19?
Yeah.
What? How did you get this at 19? Because, I mean, how old are you now?
I'm 20. I'm about to turn 25 in February.
You're about to be 25.
Yeah.
And you got this beauty of a car when you were 19. I mean, the whole car is like so nice. And when you got this car, was it stock?
Oh yeah, it was fully stock. It was all original, like just bone stock Carrera. There was a point actually where I was gonna sell it, and I put it back. I raised it up because I had slammed it, and then I don't know, just something hit me, and I was like, you know what? Like I didn't finish the build, so I wanted to keep going. So and I bought a G3 front bumper for it, and then I bought the Euro rear bumper. US we have like these bumperettes that go here, and in Germany and like the UK they don't come with the bumperette, so that's why I ordered this one from UK. The one-of-one exhaust I designed it myself, and then I had some fabricators out here build it for me. It's rowdy. It's crazy loud.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And you got the white roll cage inside. Workmeister S1s, right?
Yep. Look at the dog, he's so cute with the car.
Honestly, like I came here for the cars, but your dog is just...
Yeah, he's a new family member. He's only been here.
He's
only been at the house for this will be his second week.
How many cars do you have total?
I have 15 cars right now.
15.
I think. I have to count, but I think so. That's not including my work trucks too.
And they're all M3s and 2911.
They're all E30s, and then I have every M3 generation all the way to the F80. So I have E30 M3, E36 M3, E46 M3, E90 M3, and then the F80 M3.
Okay.
So I'm like almost there. Everybody says that the easiest one is the G80, but it's not. It's the most expensive one, and I want to buy it. It's 100,000.
But what about the E30 M3?
This is actually the first E30 M3 I've ever had. I've had E30s, just regular E30s.
Yeah.
So I've had 91 E30s till today. So I've just bought a crap load of E30s over the years. People are like super crazy about the E30 M3 itself.
Yeah.
I wasn't ever really like crazy, like, oh, I need an E30 M3 because I was so satisfied with the E30. Now that I got one, to be honest, cool and all, don't make me sound cocky or anything. It's fun, it's a great car, but I mean, it's still kind of the same. My regular E30s are more fun than this car.
Because of what? The value?
I have E30s with like E46 M3 engines in them, like S54s in it, or I have an E30 with like an E36 M3 engine.
Okay.
And this is like just bone stock, which is obviously nostalgic and where the value of these cars is. But I mean, the reality is, I mean, you really want to drive what you enjoy at the end of the day. I mean, who really cares about the value of it? You know.
How much did it cost you when you bought it?
I bought it for 65 grand on Bring a Trailer, and I put about 15 grand into it. Yeah.
Okay.
I spent like almost 10 grand on just the interior.
Whoa! So you did the whole redo the interior, like.
The whole interior is all leather from Rolls Royce. So we ordered all these sheets from Rolls Royce themselves, and then my interior guy puts it all together. And I mean, I've done so many different interiors over the time, and the leather from Rolls Royce just is like Rolls Royce, baby. You know.
How many miles are on this car?
215, I think it is. It's been driven. I mean, that's what they're meant for, you know. I'm a driver, man. Every car here gets driven and it gets abused.
Yeah.
I mean, you work all your life to be able to, you know, afford these cars, and for not to drive them is kind of pointless to me.
Do you want to give me a tour of like each car? I mean, we've already kind of looked at this one, but all the ones over here.
So we can start with this one if you want.
Yeah.
Sorry if you guys see all the cars dirty. I haven't been home for the past like month and a half. 2011 E90 M3. It's called Melbourne Red. There's only 63 of this color left, and the reason that they know there's 63 is because when I bought this car, they put me in a group chat on Instagram. So there's only like 50 of us in there, and there's like 10 missing still. So it's like super rare. I love this car. It's like V8, freaking amazing. It just sounds perfect, and then it's got a Valvetronic exhaust.
Oh my goodness! What do you do for work?
I'm in a concrete company. That's why my phrase is beaner by day, baller by night, because I am that beaner that you'll see on the street like digging and stuff. That's me some days, you know. I wake up every day, I leave my house already at 4:40 a.m. and I leave with a smile on my face. And when you have good employees that surround you, especially if your guys come with a good attitude, I mean, that's the best thing you can ask for. This was the 1991 318 IS E30. I bought this car about 2 years ago, but it just sat in my backyard for some time until I kind of was like, all right, let's build it. It also has full Rolls Royce leather inside of it. This one I did the whole dash.
Oh, look at this. This is like all stitched too. That's beautiful. The whole back of the car. Hey, little guy. This is an E46?
This one's the E30 M3 engine.
Okay.
So this one's an S50. It makes about like 220 horsepower, but in this car, it's like super light. So it's so much fun. You have so much. This is more than enough in this car.
And did you swap it yourself?
No, so I have a shop called J&P Auto Works. That's not too far away from here that helps me do all my engine swap. I really wish I could sit down and do an engine swap myself, which my dad and I do have the knowledge to do it. It's just something I've learned over the years is that you lose more money sitting down doing something like this. Sometimes it's better just to have somebody else do it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, obviously business needs to keep running, and you need to make money somehow.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with having somebody else build a car, because at the end of the day, you're working your ass off to be able to pay the guy that's building it.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people take pride in I built it myself, but that's great and all, but I'm sorry, I just don't have
the time. Then this one, the Supreme E30.
Yeah, she's a little banded right now, but she's got Supreme in it. We got some burner tires that I'm gonna go to the track soon. So, but this is actually the second E30 that I've ever bought, and I've had it this long.
Wow.
I bought this car when I was 14, like 14 and a half. I bought it 15.
14. How much did you pay for it back then?
I bought this one for $2,100.
Dude, I wish you could buy ones for that
now.
now.
Dude, this whole backyard, my other house would be like full of cars if that was the case. This car is from the 99 M3. This is probably the car I drive the craziest in, just because I've done so many track days in it where I'm just so confident in it.
So what's the plan with this car? Because I mean, I can see right now it's a bit in the project state, unwrapping it.
So I don't know. I'm kind of just like in the midst of like, what do I do next with it? You know?
Yeah.
What color do I wrap it, or do I paint it? I won't sell it though. It's actually, I sold it once already.
And then you bought it back.
So I don't know if you remember this guy called Supreme Patty.
Yeah, I do.
The guy puts lemons in his eyes?
Yes.
So he actually came and he bought this car.
What?
Put a deposit down for it and then never picked it up.
So then you just kept the
I kept
deposit,
the deposit
and then
I got free $2,000.
And then he just never came back?
He just said, I called him and said, hey, he's like, you know what, I can't afford it right now. Just keep the deposit for wasting your time.
Dude.
Yeah, and then I kept $1,000. But
that's crazy. So Supreme Patty almost bought this car.
exactly.
This is an A86 Corolla?
So it's a 1986. Original 86, A86. It doesn't have an engine in it. It's the car that's been sitting in my backyard for the longest time right now. It's original, it's a second owner car, you know, so.
And then this one?
This is my 2015 Porsche GT3.
Is this your favorite car?
No, my favorite car is one in the garage. So like my favorite car out of everything most likely will be this car once it's done. I just love this car so much. And then probably another E30. Before getting Porsches, like if you put any supercar or any car and you put an E30, I'll take an E30. That's because E30s are my heart, man. Like that's the reason that my name on Instagram and any social media hasn't changed from E30, bro. Because I just, E30s is where my heart is, and that was the initial dream car. All this at the end of the day. One of the favorite cars to drive. Like I said, I haven't driven it much because it has ball tires. Like you literally look up. Got some wire sticking out right there. And don't get me wrong, like I know people say that have supercars say like, oh, it's fine, you know, if you have a supercar, you're balling. Trust me, like I got money, but sometimes you have to be smart about where you spend your money. You know, either buy tires for $900 each, or do I like spend that $2,000 towards this car and like put a new exhaust on it. So like we have this many cars, you kind of just like gotta think like, hey, what's the better investment? You know, keep in mind I'm 24. Insurance for this car and the Porsche in the garage itself is about, I pay $1,400.
$1,400 just for those.
Just for those two cars.
Plus all of these.
can imagine what everything else is.
Oh my goodness.
And every car's insured in this backyard. I mean, except the one in the corner. But even that Supreme one that hasn't been driven like in 6 months is still insured.
And then this one.
This is my 2005 E46 M3. It's called the Topaz Blue. The full car has been repainted and gone through. I just did a bunch of bushings on it as well. Did the T37s on it, and then I just did ST coilovers. It's fun. I love it. This car gets so much attention everywhere it goes. It just low to the ground and looks perfect. The car that gets the most attention out of all the cars will be like an E30. You go to the gas station, it's like a conversation starter like that.
Really?
Like you get the old guy like, dude, I had one of those, or I wanted one of those.
Well, thank you for showing me the collection. You have a whole bunch more cars, right, tucked away
And the one I drove
somewhere else. Oh yeah, there's one more. We've got to look at that one actually too.
It's kind of funny because my wife drives it, so
Yeah,
and she always gets
we're
thumbs
going.
up and stuff, and there'll be guys at the gas station. They're like, "Hey, like your car," and she'll be like, "Thanks to my husband," and like they'll kind of like won't say anything at that point.
So this one's on ESR? No, Apex wheels.
Apex wheels. This one only has 80,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's I actually bought this car from a next door neighbor, which is 4 houses down. The guy that owned this car before me lives 4 houses down.
And
I had bothered him for like years to sell me this car, and he didn't want to sell me it. And how it happened was that I had bought that blue E46 M3 2 days before, and then 2 days after, I don't know what happened, but something hit his head and said, "Hey, I'll sell you the car now." And I was like, "Dude, I just bought one. What the hell, you know?" So they just need washes. They need love. Every car here is covered in dust.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with the weather we've been having, it's hot, and then it's windy and it's hot,
Mhm.
it's crazy weather.
Yeah. And then you have, can you walk us through what else you have in the shop?
So I have a Burgundy E30 that has an S54 engine in it.
Mhm.
Back at the other house, I have a E30 with an S54 in it as well. And then I have another E30 that's in storage as well. And then I just have like a bunch of other like trucks and stuff.
Okay.
So, and I have other stuff too, but I just don't want to talk about it yet.
Yeah.
It's just
Hidden secrets that
Yeah.
are coming in the future.
They'll be out soon. We're working on it. It'll be fun. It'll be definitely fun. Just stay tuned for October. Just know that October's gonna be a fun month. What's going on? Nice car. You know, sometimes God puts us in these positions where you have to let go of your past in order to continue and advance in life.